Well, hello again, everyone. So I'm going to be doing something new when it comes to talking about the collection Blu-rays, whilst I'm talking about each era of classic Doctor Who, and that is I'm going to be going ahead and unboxing this collection Blu-ray for the first time. I'm going to be unboxing one of these. I've bought this from HMV. I actually collected it from HMV. Originally, this wasn't going to be the first time I was going to unbox, one of these Blu-rays. That would have been season 22, Colin Baker's first one in the standard edition packaging. I would have originally gotten, I did have that Blu-ray and I did unbox it on camera, but it just wasn't a particularly great video, so I'm hoping to do a lot better here. As you can see, I've set up as well season 7. I've seen all of the stories on season 7 except for Inferno. Actually, from HMV, I did get that Spearhead from Space from the that box set that it's next to, which is the introduction to the Third Doctor, where it picks out 3 stories, and it was my first 3 DVDs and my first introduction to Jon Pertwee as the Third Doctor, and of course I became a big fan. I got that, and also Beneath the Surface I probably got from HMV. Most of these I did. The only one I haven't seen is Inferno, which I'm genuinely looking forward to. I've seen the rest of these stories, but as of time of recording, the 4th of March, I am halfway through season 7. I'm rewatching it at the moment, funny enough, as I'm making my way through Doctor Who at the time of recording, so it only seems like the perfect timing. It's funny enough, the previous box set before that came out was season 25, and that was McCoy's, of course, second season, and that was the season I was getting up to soon, so it does seem like they're almost soon now. That at the moment the collection's kind of reading my mind, but yes, I am finally unboxing this, and I've seen the pictures online when it was announced, but I've not seen any videos unboxing it because I wanted to genuinely get my reaction to the first time as I unveil this. So yeah, let's not waste any more time. Let's dive into this collection box set. Just gonna open this up. I might open this up on here actually. Yeah, there we are. There we go. Oh my gosh. Honestly, it's so cool to actually unbox this on camera. It's so cool to actually have this right here in my hands. Looking at this artwork, when I first saw this artwork, I'll admit I wasn't particularly keen on it, mostly because I just thought the head placement of Pertwee with the body looked a bit odd. But actually looking at it now, it definitely looks it looks a lot better. And I will be showing off actually my other Pertwee Blu-rays, because I do have seasons 8, 9 and 10, because I'm a fan of Pertwee, so I wanted to get those limited edition. But I do have the other Pertwee Blu-rays limited edition, but I have yet to have gone ahead and seen these. I've yet to have gone ahead and compare. So actually, I've yet to have taken a look and compared this artwork to the other artwork. Really, I mean, I've compared a little bit of it, but looking at it now, I can find a better way to sort of look at the artwork and see it compared to the other ones. But one thing I do like about this artwork as well is I feel like the Pertwee here, this is a head from Pertwee that looks like from this particular season, his very first season, and looking at it as well, it's not the chunkiest set, but it is surprisingly more bigger than I thought it would be. It's 7 discs, so it isn't like the biggest, but it still has quite a number of discs, and 7 is very much the key number here. You got 7 discs for season 7, and also, of course, this has 7 episodes for 3 out of its 4 stories. So very lengthy stories, but yes, I do really like the artwork, and one thing that But yes, I do actually think the artwork is a lot better. I do think it's better seeing it in person. I think the head placement looks a lot better. It looks nicer, and it will help me go ahead and compare it better to the other artwork as well. But one thing I do like as well as of course the main thing of Pertwee here, is the colour surrounding him. It helps make this feel like this is such a massive explosion of colour, because this is Doctor Who's first foray into colour, and you can see him, of course, holding one of the meteorites from Spearhead from Space, looking epic and grandiose with his great costume here that he has in this season, with the cape flowing over, and of course the various monsters that you can see here as well. You got the Autons from Spearhead from Space, Silurians, the astronauts from Ambassadors of Death, and the Primords from Spearhead from Space. I only know that because I've heard online about it. So yeah, this should be very, very. So I have yet to see Inferno, but I am looking forward to that story. It's the one I'm most looking forward to, though I am interested in checking out Ambassadors of Death, because I've yet to see that. Well, I haven't seen that in quite a while, so it should be quite thrilling to check it out again. And of course you have the spine here, Doctor Who The Collection Season 7, and then Looking at the back, you have this image here, which is on the booklet as well, which you get to see. Continue your Doctor Who archive with the Ultimate Collector's Set, Speared from Space, Doctor Who and the Silurians, which is a wonderful title, The Ambassadors of Death, and of course Inferno. All 25 episodes newly restored for Blu-ray and packed with extra material, including a new documentaries for Terror of the Suburbs, Lucky 13, Looking for Mac, which I believe Looking for Mac is the documentary about Malcolm Hulke, who was one of the people who was the writer for Doctor Who and the Silurians, which I really enjoyed actually when I was watching that recently. There's The Life and Times of Nicholas Courtney, who plays the Brigadier, who of course is mentioned here on the cast list, starring John Pertwee, Caroline John, with Nicholas Courtney. And sadly, one of the things about this box set is sadly this is the first time that where we've had one of the collection box sets where the actors are, where all the main cast are sadly no longer with us, but their legacy carries on in this box set. Their legacy carries on in what is considered to be kind of one of the monolithic seasons. I pre-ordered this from HMV specifically because this is, I feel like, in the Mount Rushmore of classic Doctor Who seasons, you know, with season 13, because it's such a legendary season filled with such amazing stories. It's 4 stories as well, but all of them are considered some of the best. I think everyone loves these stories, especially Spearhead from Space and Inferno mostly. Then you got In Conversation, where a brand new interview with actor John Levine, who plays Sergeant Benton in this era, which is really nice that they managed to have someone from this era go ahead and be interviewed. Then you have Behind the Sofa, which has 4 new episodes with Katie Manning, who plays Jo Grant, who's not in this season, but is one of the key people that was in the John Pertwee era. And it'll be nice to, I think, see her reactions to stories that she's not in. I think it'll be interesting to see her thoughts on stories that she wasn't a part of, for an era that she was so heavily involved with. Then you have Janet Fielding, who plays Tegan, who's always a highlight in Behind the Sofa. I always think she's the main person I really like. Sarah Sutton, who plays Nyssa. Matthew Waterhouse, who plays Adric, so a couple of Fifth Doctor companions. And you also have Sophie Aldred, who plays Ace, with Toby Haydock, who's a big contributor to these collection box sets, as well as also Caroline John's daughter Daisy Ashford and husband Geoffrey Beevers, which is really nice. And Geoffrey Beevers actually plays the Master. He played the Master in the 80s. And then you have Daisy Ashford, who has actually been doing Liz Shaw in Big Finish Audios, which is really nice. Doctor Escape Room with Team Third Doctor. Movie editions, which is the main thing I'm going to be doing, because there's movie-length omnibus editions for Inferno and Doctor and the Silurians. That's why they have multiple discs on this box set. So I'm looking forward to checking out those omnibus versions after watching those stories in the original 7-part format. It'll be the first time I'll be diving into omnibus versions, so it should be very exciting. And I'm going to dive into this box set more than like when I've dived into other collection Blu-rays. And then you have PDF written archive, Blu-ray trailer, which is really nice, and other features that are also on the DVDs. So most of the DVD special features are on here, but let's not waste any more time and actually just dive into this. Let's try and open this up. I'm going to just try and get this open. Give me a moment. Okay, I've got the ready to open this up. Wow. Wow. And then I'm just going to open this up, take off the flap there. It is genuinely really exciting actually to hold this. It's always, I think, exciting for fans when we actually get to hold one of these, especially the limited edition. The standard editions are nice and I do really like them, but there is also a benefit to having these on the limited edition. Actually, before I take a look at the back artwork, there is the back artwork a little bit on here, which we can see, PG sort of thing. Now, actually, I genuinely didn't know what the back artwork was going to look like, so if I take a look, okay, you know what, that's a really nice bit of artwork. I genuinely wasn't sure what they were going to do, because the Pertwee era is mostly Earthbound, but I think at least most of his seasons have a story set in space or on another planet, or, you know, involves maybe time travel. But with this season, it is probably the most Earthbound season. It's a PG season, but it's probably one of the grittiest seasons in Doctor Who out there. It's very gritty, it's very much Earthbound centric. I mean, the closest to space is like just in Earth's orbit, I believe, from Masters of Death, and then there's also the parallel worlds in Inferno, but most of the time it is generally just like not set anywhere, not set in space. But this is quite a nice bit of artwork. I'm not sure which this is, where this is from specifically, but it's a really nice bit of artwork actually. I really like it. It feels like it reminds me a little bit of season 25, how this is something that I would have framed on my wall. It's really, really cool. And it makes a sort of modern take on this TARDIS going through the vortex, it looks like almost. but I'm not too sure at the moment. But that's generally a really nice bit of artwork. Really like that. So let's open up the booklet here. Actually, funny enough, because I don't have season 2 on Blu-ray, this is the earliest I've got in terms of Doctor Who, Classic Doctor Who on Blu-ray. So yeah, it's that's just another thing I just noticed and realised. Oh, I've accidentally whacked the tripod and camera. Too excited at the moment. So looking at this, that's really nice. Actually, you can see the little bit of artwork on here, kind of flowing through. Really nice bit of artwork. So let's take a look at the discs. Disc 1, Spearhead from Space, which, funny enough, was actually released on Blu-ray quite a number of years ago. It's the first Classic Doctor Who season on Blu-ray. First Classic Doctor Who story on Blu-ray. Very nice. Disc 2, you have Doctor Who Solarians, which has a bit of artwork here on the disc that I've noticed is on the DVD cover. Disc 3, also Doctor Who Solarians, which I believe contains the Omnibus edition. Like I said, I rewatched this and I actually really enjoyed this. I might have preferred this over Spearhead from Space, so I really had a good time with this one. And then you have Disc 4, The Ambassadors of Death. Disc 5, Inferno. I do like the orange and the green colours here, actually. This is really nice. Disc 5 for Inferno. And then you have Disc 6, which also contains Inferno, featuring Liz Shaw and the Brigadier, who I believe are the ones from the Parallel Earth. I've yet to see it, so I'm not too sure. But I'm guessing they are. Disc 7 then is the bonus disc, with Pertwee looking action and heroic as he always tends to do. And then you take the disc out, and then you have Pertwee's nice little face there from the title sequence. Very nice. So just going to take that disc back in. You also have a nice heroic pose here on disc 1. Really nice bit of the Doctor with the hand once again, which he seems to have done for years. We don't know why he does it, but we've always tried to do the hand thing. It's always a great thing to do. But looking at this as well, on the other side you have this artwork, which I've seen as well. This is from Spearhead from Space, where you see the third Doctor going ahead and stepping out of the TARDIS as he's just landed at the start of Spearhead from Space, wearing the second Doctor's clothes. The only time you'll be seeing that. Really nice bit of artwork, actually. That's really cool. I'm not sure if that's from a photo or anything, but really nice bit of artwork. And then, of course, we have... Genuinely, actually, do you know what? I was about to open up the flap, and I don't know... I'm seeing the side doors of... Because I didn't know what the DVD menu was going to be like, because the Blu-ray menu is always what... You open up the flaps, and you get the sort of background here as to what it was going to be. So I genuinely wasn't going to... I actually didn't know what it was going to be like in terms of the Blu-ray menus, because as far as I'm aware of... I haven't seen Inferno, but as far as I'm aware... The Doctor doesn't... You don't actually see the TARDIS interior at all in this season. This is, I think, the only case where you don't see the TARDIS interior because it's strictly Earthbound. So I'm very curious to see what the full thing is going to look like. And I'm not sure exactly what it's from, but yeah. Before I dive into that, we also have this nice bit of artwork, which is on the booklet, which I'll showcase as well. But first, we have some exciting products from Doctor Who. Doctor in the Brain Drain and Big Finished Third Doctor. I actually bought this recently. I've listened to a bit of it, but I haven't listened to all of it. But this is the latest in the Doctor Who audios, and it's actually from season 7. It's set actually in between Spearhead from Space and Doctor Who Solarians, which is like, I think, the earliest in the Third Doctor's timeline. Some comics, of course, from the 15th Doctor and Ruby Sunday. Some Doctor Who Lost in Time app. Some Third Doctor season 7 audios, which you can listen to probably on Audible. Very nice. Which are some of the novelizations of some of the stories, as well as some stories set within that season as well, I'm guessing. Sonic Screwdriver toy, Ultimate Earth's Guide, blood of merchandise. Yep, and some other merchandise as well from Forbidden Planet, as always. And then that's the little booklet there. And then we have, of course, the main bit, the main booklet, which is this bit here, which is from Doctor Who Solarians. A really nice bit of artwork there featuring the third Doctor with Liz and the Brigadier. Really nice bit of the hand there and the Solarians there as well. Very nice. Taking a look at the back bit. Oh, okay, this is interesting. This is the first time I've seen that they've not done like a little postcard or artwork on that. Usually they have like a photo of one of the actors with like a little postcard sort of thing, like from the BBC TV sort of black and white photo, but they've not got that. They've not got any photo covering up the back of here. You just have this kind of more extended image here of the caves from Doctor and Solarians, of the dinosaur there, or the monster, the giant lizard creature there, and the Solarians there. Very nice though. But yeah, let's open up the booklet, see what we got here. Down to Earth, welcome to season 7. Yeah, as I said, the most earthbound season of Doctor Who. And then you have this quote here from Jon Pertwee with some of the monsters here. This image here was pretty cool. And I can just notice as well, there is a Cyberman there. That's kind of funny. So I suppose this is the one time where you actually have the Third Doctor on screen facing the Cybermen, with the exception of maybe Carnival of Monsters and the Five Doctors. But yeah, there's a quote from Jon Pertwee saying, "I still maintain that the most frightening vision you can give someone is to show a Yeti sitting on a loo in Tooting Bec." A great little quote there from Jon Pertwee. So I'm not going to read the full booklet, but it says here, Doctor Who might have ended in 1969 in a parallel world. Very nice bit of writing there from, I'm guessing, Pete McTeague. I think he writes all these. In a parallel world, Patrick Troughton's final season may have been the last we ever saw of the Doctor and the TARDIS, but despite flagging viewing figures and a belief within the BBC that the programme had its day, a new season was commissioned when suggested replacement series fell through. Spearheading this last-minute reprieve, producer Derek Sherwin was faced with budget cuts and a pressing need to refresh the show. So yeah, he looked towards the success of two Earthbound stories, Troughton stories, Web of Fear and Invasion. So yeah, very, very nice bit. And it is a genuine bit. They mentioned this in the Season 8 Blu-ray as well, that generally the end of Doctor Who would have been maybe in 1969 because the viewing figures were very low. The only reason it stayed on was because I think the BBC didn't have anything else to replace it with. But yeah, we have the little artwork here. Very nice. This bit here, Spirit from Space. There's a nice little image there, funny black and white image there as well. Doctor and the Silurians, bit of artwork. Really nice bit of artwork like that. Very, very nice. And then you have the Ambassadors of Death. Inferno. A nice bit of artwork. Oh, that's very nice. I really like that. It's very, very cool. A nice black and white images of Inferno as well. Yeah, very nice bit of artwork. All really good stuff. Actually, let's open up the flat bit. Okay, so you can see here as well. I don't know if you can see very well if I open this up. But it looks like the Doctor's kind of lab from Unit in London with, yeah, it might be the lab and Unit. I think the TARDIS console is like taken outside. I can't remember exactly if this is from something. I think it is from something like Ambassadors of Death or something, or one of Doctor Who's stories. It might have been from Inferno as well, where the TARDIS console is there, but it's not inside the actual TARDIS, I'm guessing. But yeah, really nice bit of artwork there. Very interested to see that on the Blu-ray menus. Very, very cool. Okay, so that's just going to open up the rest, take out the rest of the flap. And, oh, my bad. There we are. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this alongside the next, alongside the rest of the Blu-rays, see how they all stack up as well from the Doctor Who collection. Yeah, this is genuinely really, really nice. It's just really cool, actually. I mean, I like seeing the standard edition, but it generally is really, really nice to actually have all these seasons, to have a lot of one era just on Blu-ray. I think the only season now is season 11, but it's just really cool that I've got like a full like run of 4 seasons of Doctor Who and one era on Blu-ray. Very, very nice. Very, very cool. Yeah, this is just really, really lovely to see. And in general, I'm looking at it, it's all really, really lovely. And I think it's just really, I think all the artwork generally has been really great. And I think, as I said, Season 7's artwork has really grown on me. Really, really lovely stuff. And yeah, I'm very excited to finally dive into Season 7 on Blu-ray. Very, very cool and almost perfect timing, really. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. And yeah, I will cut back to the video and let you know what I think of Season 7 on Blu-ray.